This morning we'll begin chapel with a chapel talk. Please welcome Li.
Do you know what time it is? I know this is the time I dreaded. The time for my chapel talk. The time waiting for my name to be called, and the time to walk from there to here at this podium. I have a plan for this time. Do you have any plan about what you do for this time you have right now? What about next minute? The minutes are ticking by, and the seconds are flying by. In a short amount of time, this semester will be over. So what about the next semester, next time? I have been thinking about time a lot lately. Don't we all wondering what we have done, what we are doing, what we will do? Did you know Shakespeare's favorite word was time? He wrote about it constantly in his plays and his poems. To him, it was so important that he used it as a two-syllable word, pronounced T-M. Well, whether you think time crawls, or time gallops, or time creeps in this pretty pace from day to day, it is a part of life we all think about. I have grown from certain times, past, present, and future, and I seem to grow the most from difficult times. There was a time in my life when I was embarrassed, hopeless, and I thought I could not do anything. But I need to use this time to grow, to change, to develop calluses on my soul, because life continued all the time. Good morning, everyone. My name is Chris. Today, I'm going to talk about time that changed me and how I learned to use time. A few years ago, everything was going great. My father was really succeeding at his job. My mom always had time to show her love and care everything. They taught me how to study, how to treat others, how to live. We were very happy for a time. When I turned 12, everything changed. They seemed to be arguing a lot. I didn't know what the problem was, and they seemed to be never happy. Nothing had changed for me, but everything seemed to have changed for them. During that time, I often would try to stop them from their fights, but I couldn't. Things only got worse. My mom likes to talk with me sometimes, and during that time, she would ask me, "Father or mother, which one do you prefer?" I would say, "Mom, I love you both all the time," but that was never the right answer. And she would seem so sad and would not speak. It was a time I felt as if I was always afraid and unsure, and so alone with these fears. They divorced in 2005. That was the time when I seemed to be living in a dream or nightmare, and nothing made sense. Just a few days later, after the divorce, I had a serious traffic accident. I had to have some very involved surgery. During this time, I felt like the living dead. I didn't want to do anything, just stay at home and watch TV. I stopped living or using my time. As time went by, my body healed, and I discovered. I went back to school and repeated my academic efforts. But I could not concentrate on my schoolwork, so my grades went down and down. Once, during that time, my mom wanted to have a conversation with me. She told me that, "I know you feel so bad. I know you hate me and your dad. But this is life. You have to face it. You cannot just face the things you want. Remember, life continues all the time." It was a time in my past that had a lot to do with who I am now. Those hardships taught me how to study, how to face life, how to endure difficulties, and keep going. That's what my mom was trying to tell me. I worked hard to be positive, and more outgoing. When this time was happening, I didn't know why it had to happen and why I had to deal with it. But as I moved from the past to the present, I found I've grown through the past acquiring life skills I used in the present that will help me in the future. When things go wrong, when there are difficult times in my life, I will have more skills to handle them. I have some calluses on my soul, and I know I could not grow if I didn't have that time, as much as I hated it. Time is always moving past us, leaving us better and worse, teaching us, giving to us, and then taking away before it gives again. And we live through time, doing what we can do to grow and learn. And I think it is not so much the time you are given, but what you do with the time you are given. Then you can take lessons and will help you for your life. Learn from time, so use your time. Really live your time. The semester is almost over. How will you use this time? One thing about time, you don't get to relive it. So live it well the first time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Yi.